Tom Pattillo.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tom. I'll be your old white guy for the evening. This is the first time that I have ever done stand-up comedy in front of an audience. So thank you. I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous. It reminds me a little bit of the first time I had sex. It was new. It was exciting. It was kind of scary. Definitely not going to last longer than 5 minutes. In fact, it's already lasted about twice as long as the sex did. But I have been going to comedy class to learn, how to be funny. And one of the things I've learned is that that word choice is very important when writing a joke. And there are certain words they're funnier than others. And it's words with hard consonant sounds are funny. And there's a lake in the Andes that's called Lake Titicaca. And objectively, Titicaca is a funny word. And it's not just because it has the word titty and caca in it. It's because of the hard consonant sounds. And so when you're writing a joke, what you want to do is you want to choose words that are going to be funnier. So if you're going to use the word noise, instead of noise, you might use the word clatter, because that's funnier. And instead of smelly, you might say stinky. And if you're talking about a sex act, instead of oral, you might say blowjob. And that's why with my wife, when I want to make her chuckle, I ask for oral. And when I want to make her laugh hysterically, I ask for a blowjob. But there's a whole another part to this, and I'm going to think of it in just a minute, by the way. This was my greatest fear, was coming up here and forgetting what the next opening is. Thank you. Thank you. Please, I'm on a tight schedule. Can you hold your applause until the end? But, okay, so there are certain words. There are some words that are objectively funny, but you cannot say them under any circumstances. And the C word is one such word. And when I say the C word, I'm not talking about coochie. Well, I mean, technically I am talking about coochie, but I'm not talking about the word coochie. I'm talking about the C word. I'm talking about the 4-letter C word, which it's offensive, it's vulgar. People get really upset when you say it. And I learned that the hard way when I gave the best man's toast at my brother's wedding. And honestly, in hindsight, I should have just called the bride a bitch like everybody else in our family did. But speaking of brothers, my neighbor and I are very good friends, and he's like a brother to me, which is good because my actual brother doesn't talk to me anymore. Also, unlike my brother, my neighbor does not ever borrow money from me or ask me to bail him out of jail. But my neighbor and I have made a pact, and if he dies before me, I'm going to make sure that his wife and kids are taken care of financially. And if I die before him, he's going to sneak into my house and delete my browser history. So here's an interesting thing about me. I recently found out that I have autism spectrum disorder, which is like, no, but for some people this can be a real disability. For me, it's no big deal. I mean, I'm 64, almost 65 years old. I didn't even know I had it until recently. Now, the funny thing is my wife, who actually has a PhD in psychology, apparently knew this about 20 years ago. She figured out that I had it, and she didn't bother to tell me. And I asked her, I said, well, why did you keep this secret from me? She said, well, I just didn't think you needed to know. So the joke's on her. The other night we were in bed together, and I felt a lump on one of her breasts, and I'm going to wait 20 years to tell her about it. And we're going to see how she feels about keeping secrets then. So one issue that I do have with the autism spectrum disorder is I tend to fixate on things that interest me, and I think about them all the time. So when I was like 7 years old, I learned to play chess. And all I could think about was chess for like 3 months. And when I was 11, I started playing putt-putt, and I loved putt-putt, mini golf. I loved putt-putt. I wanted to play putt-putt all the time. It was all I could think of. And when I was 15, I was over at Pat Lockhart's house, and we were alone, and Pat showed me her tits. And I immediately stopped thinking about putt-putt. And all I could think about was tits for, I don't know, I guess it's been like 50 years now. So I want to thank you. I think my time is up. I'm going to end by saying what I said the first time I had sex, which was, wow, that was really fun. Can we do it again in 10 minutes? Thank you very much. My name is Tom.
Guys, give it up for Tom. Wow.